Hello fellow homeschool parents, Sonia here with Bethany Homeschool Academy bringing you another curriculum video. Today's curriculum video is on the second language arts curriculum that I use with my daughter for kindergarten for the 2020-2021 homeschool year. Okay, and yes, I said second. The first curriculum that we used for language arts from the month of September through February was The Good and the Beautiful Level K LA. Now, at the end of February, we completed that and I had to make a choice. Was I going to move my daughter on to level 1 LA with The Good and the Beautiful, which I personally didn't feel she was ready for, or was I going to move her on to a different curriculum altogether to fill in that time slot, right? Another option would have been to just be finished with language arts for the year. I didn't want to do that because I didn't want her to lose all the traction she had already gained. So what I did is I decided to do some research on Orton-Gillingham based programs. I ended up finding all about reading, which I wasn't really a fan of because if I also wanted to do spelling with it, I would have to do all about spelling and then just all this other basics. Too many things for me. So I just decided to look for something more all-inclusive, something more similar to The Good and the Beautiful, and I ended up finding Logic of English Foundations. I was so happy that I found it. It is an excellent program and I highly recommend it to anybody. It is also, because it is Orton-Gillingham, it is perfect for children with dyslexia. My daughter does not have dyslexia, but if it's perfect for children with dyslexia, it's going to be more than perfect for my daughter. So I decided to run with it. Okay. Now, some of the things that are included in Logic of English, if you decide to buy it, are the teacher's manual. Now, this is if you start at level B. If you start at level A, you're also going to get these materials, but for level A. Okay, and you can start at either level A or B. So we started at B. If you decide to start at level A, that would be in the event that your child does not know all their letter sounds. My daughter knew all her letter sounds for letters A through Z, in addition to some of the secondary sounds that go with those letters. Okay, for example, the letter C has 2 sounds, the letter X has 2 sounds, the letter S has 2 sounds, things like that. A has multiple sounds, U has multiple sounds, etc. Now, so some of the things that are included in the curriculum for level B, if you start at level B, are the teacher's manual, a manuscript workbook, but you can also get a cursive workbook if you like. Whistling Whales, which is basically just a phonogram reader. You would go ahead and read the phonogram for the day. This one is 3-letter I, along with the sentence. Now, the teacher's manual will let you know when you do that. Other things that are included in here are the manuscript tactile cards, or like I said, you can get the cursive. Tactile cards are basically just the sandpapery type things, and you're just going to have your child trace them over with their finger. This is especially good for children who are not ready to write with pen and pencil yet. Okay. Some other things we have are some decodable readers. Now, the good thing about Logic of English is that they will never have your child read any of these books until your child is fully able to decode every single word in these books. Like I said, fully decodable readers. So it does include 8 basic readers and 8 Young Artist Series readers. It also includes the basic phonogram flashcards of single and multi-letter phonograms. Okay. In addition to that, we have our little whiteboard, and it is 2-sided. Has these lines here and those on that side. We also have some game cards in book face and manuscript, or cursive if you choose, in addition to some letter tiles, the Rhythm of Handwriting manuscript reference card, the Phonogram and Spelling Rule quick reference, and the Spelling Analysis quick reference. So that is everything that is included with the curriculum if you decide to purchase it. Now, for the inside of the book. We start here with the teacher's manual. This is a very all-inclusive curriculum. I'm going to show you what I mean about that right now. So if we open it up and we look at the scope and sequence, we see that it includes reading, phonemic awareness, systematic phonics, handwriting, spelling, comprehension and fluency, and composition, grammar, and vocabulary. That is amazing. That means you do not need a separate handwriting curriculum, you do not need a separate spelling curriculum, and you do not need a separate comprehension curriculum. I know a lot of people, when they use other curricula, they end up purchasing all of those other things separately. With this one, you don't have to do it. It's all included right here in one book, okay? Now, every 5 lessons, you'll also be completing an assessment. Assessment is very short and sweet, so nothing to worry about. If we continue going through the pages, we will find a high frequency word list. These are all the high frequency words your child will go over and learn in this level. Next, we have all the phonograms your child will know by the end of level B. Now, these are the level A and B phonograms put together, okay? It's one page, double-sided. Next, we have materials needed. You don't need to worry about this because the materials needed is also going to be listed on the beginning page of each lesson. Okay. In addition to that, we have the Common Core standards here. Now, I don't know about you in your state if you have the Common Core state standards, but we most definitely have them here because we live in the state of Illinois, and we most definitely have the Common Core state standards. Now, as homeschoolers, we do not have to follow them. We can basically just do our own thing, but they're still there because this curriculum can also be used in a classroom setting. Now, starting with Foundations B. This page right here shows you some foundational skills your child should have before starting Foundations B. Now, these are skills that are carried on from Foundations 1. It also includes a little assessment that you can give to your child to make sure that you're placing them in the right level. In addition to that, it also gives you some extra practice for your child before they start this curriculum. Now, each level has 40 lessons. So level A has lessons 1 through 40, level B has 41 through 80, level C has 81 through 120, and level D has 120 through 160. So this one starts with level 41 because it is B. Okay, I'm going to skip ahead in here to lesson 47. Now, lesson 47, I'm going to give you a sample lesson. Skills: phonemic awareness, systematic phonics, handwriting, spelling analysis, grammar, comprehension, and fluency. It gives you all the words that you're going to use for spelling analysis right there. And it also tells you what you're going to be doing for each of these categories. In addition to that, it gives you a list of materials. Right here, it tells you get the LOE whiteboard, which I showed you earlier. A basic flashcard of the 2-letter K, which is right here. Okay. And any other phonograms learned so far, as well as a stopwatch, which you can just use your phone if you like. A phonogram chart, which is actually on page 1 of the manuscript book. And they tell you that earlier in the first lesson in this book. It says turn to page 1, and that is your phonogram desk chart. Okay. They also let you know here that you are going to need your tactile card for the letter A, for A. And I have the upper and lowercase out. So like I said, level A will cover lowercase letters for handwriting, and level B will cover uppercase. But if you start at B and you want to do uppercase or lowercase, you can choose which one you want to do and go from there. Okay. It also tells you to have the Young Artist Series book, book 1 out, which is this one. And then optional, you can have the phonogram game tiles and some scissors if you like. Now to start the lesson. The lesson says, blend and segment 2-syllable words. The really good thing about this book is that it tells you exactly what to say. So right here it says, today we'll take turns segmenting and blending words. I will segment a word first, and I want you to blend my word back together and shout out the word. Then I will give you a word to segment. Segment the word I give you into its individual sounds. And then it gives you exactly the sounds that you want to say. Ooh, ow, and then your child will repeat back. Flower. Okay, and you do that for all of them. And then next we have systematic phonics, and they have a phonogram reading race. So this carries on from a previous lesson. Okay, and there's a stopwatch involved. It tells you what you're going to do, how you're going to do it, see if you can beat your time, etc. Next, you move on to letter names. Using your phonogram desk chart, you're going to go over all the letter names. After that, you'll go on to vowels, page 31. So here we're going to start getting into our workbook. So let me open up to page 31. Dun, 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 almost there. So page 31. I'm going to show it to you. That's page 31. Okay, and for page 31 it says, I will point to the phonograms and say the name. Oh, I'm sorry. It actually says, my mistake. It says, on this page is a list of vowels with short and long markings. Read the green vowels to me. Then it tells you, read the blue vowels to me. What color are the short sounds? What color are the long sounds? And your child will answer those questions. Okay? After that, you'll move on to page 32. And that's something really, really quick. Okay? Now we're on page 32. For page 32, it tells us, look at each of the pictures on the page. Find the phonogram needed to complete the word and write it on the blank. So your child will do exactly that. My daughter not only wrote it on blank, but she also drew the lines. She wanted to draw some lines, and that's just her. Okay. Then also on this page, it is telling us, now I have a mystery for you to solve. You will be a word detective and discover when we use two-letter K. First, read each of the words aloud and underline the two-letter K. So your child will do that. Now read the words again. This time listen for whether the vowel is short or long. Mark the vowel sound. Remember, we put a curved line over a short sound and a straight line over a long sound. So then your child will go through all these words and they will either put a macron or a brev above it. What kind of vowel sound do you hear before the two-letter K? And your child will say, they're all short sounds. Okay. So, is two-letter K always after a short vowel? Yes. So we basically learned one of the rules there of when to use two-letter K. Okay? And it'll go on with some more questions that you're going to ask your child. And then you're also going to start explaining a rule to them. Okay? Two-letter K is only used after a single vowel which says its short sound. And now it's going to tell you to whisper that rule, sing the rule, shout the rule. Okay? Next, it tells you, let's go on to handwriting. So handwriting, we're going to work on uppercase A-A-Ah. So what your child's going to do here is your child is going to choose their favorite size line. My daughter chose the third line here. And they're going to write A-A-Ah all the way across in uppercase or lowercase, whichever you choose. And then put a smiley face or star or some other sort of signifier of which letter is your favorite. After that, we'll move on to the next page. Let me just follow it along here in the book. Next page, matching phonograms. So that's what we're going to do here. We're going to match phonograms on this page. Those are single letter phonograms. And it tells us, draw a line to match the upper and lowercase letters on your page. And your child will do that. Next, we move on to spelling analysis. Here's how spelling analysis is. Okay. Basically what you're going to do, and it does tell you how to do it in earlier lessons. We are right now on lesson number 47. So we skip lessons 41 through 46, which tell you exactly how to do the spelling analysis. Basically what you're going to do is you're going to say the word be. Then you're going to say the sentence that it gives you. Please be quiet. Be. And then after that, you're going to instruct your child to go ahead and write the word be, but you're going to have them sound it out as they write it, letter by letter. So they'll sound it out, B, E, and they'll write those letters as they say them. Then after that, you will instruct your child to help you drive your pen or your marker as you write it. Okay, and then they'll help you do that. After that, you will give them some directions. You'll tell them, and they're right here in their spelling hints. Draw a line over the long E, and your child will do that. A, E, O, U usually say their long sounds at the end of the syllable. So that is basically one of the spelling rules. Now you're going to go ahead and do all of this all the way through to the last word. Okay, it also gives you some instructions sometimes with some of the words to underline certain multi-letter phonograms or consonant blends. Okay. After that, we move on to comprehension and fluency. For that, they want you to do some matching on pages 35 and 36. So basically what your child is going to do here, they're going to read the sentences and match it to the corresponding pictures. Okay. And that'll be it for the workbook. And then after that, you will go on to Young Artist Series 1, which is this book, Stan and His Skunk. It tells you exactly what you're going to do here, exactly what you're going to say. Point to the title. What is this called? And your child will say, this is called a title. Okay. Read the title to me, Stan and His Skunk. What do you think the story will be about? And your child will answer that. Read the book aloud to me. Your child will begin reading the book. So the first page, your child will read, Stan got a skunk. From there, you ask your child a question. What kind of animal did Stan get first? I'm sorry. I'm so tired right now. What kind of animal did Stan get first? So he's gonna say, or she's gonna say, Stan got a skunk. And then you're gonna do that same exact thing, reading comprehension questions through all the way to the end of the book. Okay. Now, what I said about these readers, Logic of English will not have you read any of these readers without your child previously having learned the rules that would allow them to successfully navigate this book. Okay? Just keep that in mind. It is a very good thing. Now, every lesson does also have some multisensory fun and different games you can play with your child during the lesson. Also, another tip here is if a lesson is too long and your child, let's say you guys do the phonemic awareness, you guys do the systematic phonics and the handwriting, and your child's like, you know what, I'm done for the day. That's it. You can stop there and then come back the next day, do the spelling analysis, do the comprehension and fluency, and then that's it. You're done with your lesson. Okay? I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to flip through the manuscript workbook. Okay. Now a lot of this is done. There's some of this that is not completed because we did stop at lesson 70 and we are going to pick back up there for first grade. Okay. Now the high frequency words, the way that they have you work with them is in these little cards. And you play different games with these cards. Okay. Same thing with silent E. They're going to teach silent E. And they are silent E word cards, and you're going to play different games with that as well. Really fun games, okay? Going on to some of these readers, I will show you what they look like. Let's do the first one. First one is super easy peasy. Okay, but it's cute. Then we go on to Max. We have Toys Play. Can Pete Pick a Pet? Quite a Farm. Kids Just Want to Have Fun. Time to Bake. My Best Game. Oops. My Best Game. That's still a pretty simple reader. Now by the time we got to this, my daughter was able to read them pretty good after she learned the phonogram that pertained to that book. The reading itself was really simple for her once she knew the phonogram. Okay. Already saw the skunk one. Ben has a fright for 3-letter I. It's the sale box when you work on AI. Kate needs a drink. Cole and his bike. Glenn gives a gift. The corn maze. Meg makes a fort. And this one's a little bit longer. Alright. So that's everything for Logic of English. If you do like this curriculum, you can go ahead and visit their webpage, Logic of English, I think .com. Just go ahead and Google it. I will also put a link to their website down at the bottom in the description box, so feel free to go ahead and down there and click on that. If you did like this video, or if you do want future videos like this, please go ahead and like my video and also subscribe to my channel. Have a nice day. I hope you enjoyed everything here today. Bye-bye.